It was it was thinking about going live. I clicked go live, and then it went, maybe I will.
Maybe
I'll go live. Will I go live? Who knows?
Perhaps.
But we are here again. Hello, future people and people who may be coming in. It's the What's Coming Up in February, the stream where we tell you what's coming up in February. It's, you know what? It's a real, like, self-explanatory situation.
Yeah.
It's like
kind of like when we have the episodes and you start describing it, you're like, but you know, because you clicked on
title,
it and you're
the
here.
title of
Like,
So for anyone who just randomly clicked this and doesn't know what we're talking about coming up, it's Asian dramas and K-pop comebacks in February. That's what we're gonna be doing.
Now, I will say something that we really didn't do like a few months back, but we've kind of started doing, if it feels like a vibe, and this time it did again. Netflix kind of has been telling us ahead of, they've been kind of saying some of the stuff that they get, even if it's old. So like older Asian dramas. So like we are mentioning those. So just know we are fully aware, and we do say like what year it came out and all these things. So we definitely know these are not new dramas. Like, and we say that. So, but like we're just trying to let you know, hey, this thing is like super accessible now. Like we're just trying to give you the heads up on,
because some of these have not been accessible for years, and then suddenly, boom, they're back, and it's exciting. You might want to know that,
especially like, you know, having access to these older Japanese dramas, and we're all like, I've never seen this on any platform. Cool, like. Bring it.
So sometimes we don't include them because there's about a billion other dramas, and we're like, we ain't got time for all that. But luckily this month, there's not that many. So,
and there was also a little extra wiggle room. We're mentioning a couple of movies that we know we're not like, we're not gonna be able to see them yet. Like that's just not gonna be a thing right now.
It's something that we can look forward to, you know. Yeah. But when I tell you some stuff that's coming back to Netflix. Ooh, there's a few really exciting numbers. Let me just see if I can put up here. What are we? Here we go. Boop. Okay. No, that's wrong. It's February. I forgot to update it. February.
I just saw somebody on Blue Sky, and they were talking about a drama that they really finished that they were really enjoying. And I was like, ooh, you should watch this one on Netflix. And then I went to look it up, and it's not on Netflix anymore. And I'm like, son of a gun.
You're like, I lied.
We've learned our lesson.
Yeah.
We've learned our lesson. Like, oh, gotta check.
And sometimes Netflix says it's there, and then I go back later after I suggested we watch it, and it's like gone 2 hours later, and I feel like I've just been gaslit and turned into a liar. I'm looking at you, Netflix. That one time it did that to me. But anyway, today we got the What's Coming Up stream. Okay, do we want to be on top or do we want to be on the side, ladies? Top or side?
That's whatever.
Side. Okay.
And Jessie needed to rest. That's why she's not with us this evening.
Was very tired tonight, so we said, go take a sleep. I was about to say go take a nap, but I feel like at 8 p.m. it's not a nap anymore. Yeah,
if you're able to get some rest.
Hopefully it's not a nap.
Well, yeah, you know what? And then you wake
up. There's nothing like
like
waking up at like 1 or 2.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this ain't it. This ain't it. Okay, so let us get going. You know, just our usual. We do this every month, and usually, you know, the people who come, they know they know what they're about. All right, what's coming up in February? Let's go. Boop.
Oh, it's my turn. Missing the Other Side, Korean drama, February 1st. It's a 2020 drama about a man who finds himself in a town filled with people who are missing. It's coming to Netflix, so that's why we're mentioning it. So handy if you didn't see it elsewhere. It's coming to Netflix.
I feel like it was.
Are they getting the second season?
I don't know.
It did not say that.
No notes on that.
I feel like
it was on Netflix.
It was. That's where I watched it a couple years ago.
Or it was on like Netflix, maybe not American.
I also wish to clarify, we are talking about North American Netflix because that is where we are all housed.
And sometimes American
sometimes
Netflix,
that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and sometimes American Netflix and Canadian Netflix are two different Netflixes as well. So it's like
also true. Yeah.
This is Sky made this list and I made the PowerPoint, so it's for American Netflix.
Well, the list I pull from, I always think it's an American list, but like I'm just saying,
listen,
like
sometimes they get us.
So if you come back later and you're like, no, it's like, I'm sorry.
Listen, we did our best, okay? Sometimes we just get. Sometimes people come on the internet and lie to us. Is what happens.
That is true.
Next February 1st, they're also bringing Parasite to American Netflix. I believe it's been on Canadian Netflix for a while, but it's the 2019 film about a poor family who infiltrates the home of the mega rich. So it's coming to Netflix on February 1st. If you haven't already seen it, it is an Oscar-winning film. No.
In case you haven't heard about it.
In case you've never heard of Parasite.
A little indie film.
Indie flick.
Yeah, somehow, if at this point you have not heard of Parasite, somehow, just by some... Listen, you just woke up from a coma, you're finding out all about all the things that have happened in the past, 6 years that you've been asleep. This is one of them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sure. Spec Birth. The 2010 J-drama following investigators in the Unidentified Crimes Unit is coming to Netflix.
They just keep getting
interesting.
Netflix just keeps going older and older.
It did say several seasons. So
okay.
So we don't know which. It'll be interesting to see what it is. I did see a sci-fi tag on some of it. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, it seemed like it was kind of maybe a little
paranormal,
perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. A little. Is it or isn't? I don't know. We haven't seen it. It's a 2010 J drama, and let's be real, those are hard to come by.
This is where we need Jessie, because she would know.
She would know. She would know all about this, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
The White Olive Tree, Chinese.
I know we have more than one Chinese drama that actually has a release date that they didn't just wait till 2 days before it came out to be like, here you go. We can actually put it on.
This will be on iQIYI, just so you know.
Nice.
February 1st, a reporter is saved by an explosives expert engineer, and the two fall in love while dealing with their traumatic experiences.
Seems sad.
This guy's so hard. I will watch this.
It does.
Yeah.
It seems a little depressing, maybe.
A little Descendants of the Sunny.
But sad, because Descendants of the Sun wasn't that sad. It was a little.
Anyway.
But maybe I just don't find things sad that much. I don't know. That could be it. I could just be bad at emotion. We got a weekender, 4 Eagle Brothers, coming out on February 1st in Korea. This is a 50-episode weekender. A post office worker marries the CEO of a brewery, and he then immediately dies. He just a week after they get married.
10 days later.
10 days later, the man dies in an accident. So then she takes over the brewery and is forced to take care of her 4 brother-in-laws. But then a sexy widowed hotelier comes into the picture.
Oh,
Say less. All right, I've been looking for a new weekender to add to the old roster.
Yeah. I will say what was funny about this was when I had put it in our spreadsheet, which is the data that Natalia makes this PowerPoint thing from. I had read this as 10 days before their wedding, he died. Oh. So then when I was reading what Natalia put, I was like, they got married. I had to go relook. I was like, I totally missed the fact that he was about to get married. It was just kind of funny. Because my 10-day thing, I focused on the 10 days and not when
which side?
Yeah, which side of the marriage.
For the people interested, it does have An Jae-wook as the handsome hotelier who was the lead in 5 Children, my favorite weekender of all time. But it also has our boy Yoon Park in it. Woo! I'm sure they're gonna listen. I'm sure all of these 4 brothers are gonna have some sort of romantic subplot.
Yeah,
I know how they listen. They give you 51-hour weekend, minutes. 1 hour episodes. We gonna have a good time. I love weekenders. I love them.
Too.
Okay, moving on. Boop. Or if it would actually go. Boop. There we go.
Okay, Lilac no Hanasaku Kemonimichi.
You know what? That was good.
I tried.
And therefore.
It's coming out February 1st. It's Japanese. A woman struggling with the loss of her dog, who was her only friend, decides to become a veterinarian. Well, that sounds very soft and
and it's only 3 episodes.
Yeah, it's like a little short, a little shorty,
super tiny.
Nice.
At this point, like when it's just the 3 episodes, I'm like, just make it a long movie at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just,
especially depending on where it falls. Like if they're 1 hour episodes, okay, but like if it's like the 40-minute episodes, you're
just
like,
just make it a drama special. Why are we doing this?
Come on. But it still sounds cute.
It seems sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like one of those heartwarming J-drama situations that they're so good at.
It's based on a novel.
Nice.
She was also a shut-in, so the dog was literally the only creature that she interacted with. Yeah.
That's sad.
It is sad. Boop.
Chuang? Asia, season 2. February 2nd, China. It's also in partnership with Thailand as well.
Yeah,
so
it's
that thing.
We've got 10. We've got the 8. We've got Jeff Satter. This is gonna be a wild time. Okay. Like, I think Bam Bam as well, maybe?
I felt like it, but I'm not staring at the page.
Yeah, like the host. Yeah. This is gonna be something else.
Season 2 of the International Idol Group Formation survival show. So if you dig survival shows, or if you just want to see any of those people do their
thing,
I don't know how it functions. Sometimes those types of roles,
are
more like a trainer type thing or a mentor type. Sometimes they're just a judge type person. I don't know how. I did not watch the first season.
I don't have the constitution.
We don't tend to be able to watch these competition shows much, other than little clips. Like that's all we can do.
I like the performance clips. I don't like anything else. I have.
I'm really enjoying the band kickflip that came out of that last JYP Psy whatever show, but like. I am not going back to watch the show because
it's like, listen, I love Zero Base One to an unhealthy degree. Haven't watched an episode of Boys Planet. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm not gonna do it. I don't have it in me. I don't have the mental fortitude.
I'll just
to watch
get angry
shows.
watching people
I get
pick on my babies.
Is that
I get
so?
sad.
That was Boys Planet. It wasn't Produce.
No, it's Boys Planet.
Okay, you would know. I wouldn't know.
Well, like, listen, I can't be trusted. But I'm pretty sure
I thought Zero Base One was like the whole 101 thing. Like the produce groups are usually 101 type themed. That's the only reason why I'm asking that question.
I'm pretty sure Boys Planet.
You would
know Boys Planet. They would debut as Zero Base One. Yeah,
it's interesting. It's like 101. You know what I'm saying? Sounds Produce-esque.
And then if the group Even was also all members of the second run, the second string Boys Planet members are Even. Okay, let's keep going. Boop. It's me, right? Yeah. Okay. First Taiwanese offering, Train of Thoughts, from February 2nd. A woman who's been abandoned by her father now sells lunchboxes at the train station, hoping to see her father on one of the trains. But instead, she meets her friend who's returning after 12 years. And I get the impression that, he's single and good looking and kind.
Probably. that feels like it tracks.
No. Oh no, what will she do?
Bogota, City of the Lost. This is a movie. Coming February 3rd from Korea. A 19-year-old moves to Bogota in the 90s only to end up in poverty, but slowly moving his way back up the ladder in the black market of the city.
I get the sense that this is a crime thriller.
It sounds crimey.
Crimey and possibly some drug aspects.
Yeah.
But just look at that cast. Just look at
it. It's a pretty crazy cast of fellas here.
Anytime you see that older fella,
You know your quality. At least from him anyway. Like you can't speak to anyone else, but listen, that Kang on it as well. Like he's gonna kill it. But the old man number 2 on the poster slide, you know he's about to.
It's always like, oh, time to pay attention. He's on the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I do worry.
This isn't Netflix. Little. It's Netflix. By the way.
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Nice. But I do worry about the setting. I do worry a little.
Right.
I do have reservations. But you know what? You'll have to see. You know what I mean? We don't we can't assume ahead of time. We'll have to wait.
Right.
Yeah.
But we got our first gays.
Woo!
Lesbians.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oh my goodness.
You get the lesbians!
Yay! Thailand, February 3rd. A team manager and marketing assistant find themselves working together after previous misunderstanding had broken up their fledgling relationship. There's a height difference for people who were really into that. Like, I never
every time I hear that, I just think of that one Reddit post I saw that one time where someone was like, was basically like saying
there was a couple where it was a really big height difference.
Yeah. And it was like, this obviously is supposed to make this clearly grown-ass woman who just happens to be short seem like a child. And I'm like, have you never met a short woman in your life? What are you talking about? Like, get out of here. Height
my husband and I'm 5'3", he's 6'6". Like, it's ridiculous. We look ridiculous together. Yeah. But nobody is mistaking me for his child.
No.
It doesn't.
This is dumb. The height hike. I just lost it. I'm like, y'all are just searching for things to be upset about. Go talk to real people in the real world. Anyway, lesbians, love it.
It looks super cute.
It does.
I'm totally down for this.
A nice office romance.
Second chance.
Hopefully not too toxic.
Yeah, it looks a little more bubbly. It doesn't look like I'm going to go find a knife. Like, you know, sometimes it's like I might go find a knife.
Yeah. Less women's rights, women's wrongs, and more just having a good time, you know?
Yeah.
Next up, we have another Chinese offering. Liu Zimei. A story following a family of sisters as they grow up through the communist reconstruction of China after the death of their father. It looks very much like coming of age, heartwarming, finding yourself, being sisters, because there's 6 sisters. It's a lot of sisters. I say that as though I don't have 7 sisters.
And a reason we're bringing up the not just, I mean, of course it's set in a historical time period is why we're bringing it up, but also it makes a point to say that the dad played a large role in the communist.
Yeah, he was a pro-communism fella.
So as far as the description made it sound like that was an aspect of the family, because the dad was very involved in that. So that's why we mention it.
With a lot of these, there tends to have a very nationalistic undertone to them.
For the glory of China.
Exactly, for the glory of China, just like in every esports drama ever. But that's not the same in every country. You know what
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah,
America.
Exactly.
I guess no one really cares enough about Canada for there to be too much of a nationalistic Canada identity in its art. It's all good though. It's all good. So yeah, just know that going in that it's probably going to talk about how great communism is.
Yeah,
okay,
and that's why I was kind of emphasizing it because of the role the dad played. It did seem like it was going to be more of a topic that would come up more than usual because of that. The description made it sound like that. Could just be written that way. You never know.
That's true. Sometimes these translations are just a little wild, but good to know.
It could just be that's sort of the backdrop.
Episode 1, and then you never hear about it again.
And then maybe episode 30 again. It's going to come back around or something. You know.
Yeah.
Is this one a Tencent or a iQIYI again? I think this is a WeTV one.
10-cent WeTV.
Yeah, WeTV. Okay. This felt more like a WeTV than an iQIYI to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good read. I can see that.
Kiss de Fuseda Baronada. Okay. February 4th, Japan. A woman is locked out at work and ends up spending the night at the house of her coworker, whom she has a crush on.
Mm-hmm.
However, it turns out his roommate is also her boss, who might be hiding his feelings for her.
Love triangle.
A triangle.
This seems like a pretty. This one looks like Vicky bait just by looking at this poster.
Yeah.
Also, if it looks like a manga adaptation, that's because
it is. Yeah.
I have to say, I like that they've made them in like a triangle.
Yeah,
like they've set them so that they sit in a triangle, and that's
gonna be
kind of
a love
nice
triangle.
little. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
See, you know what? I will say, it's not really a love. It's a love fork unless the dude's in love with the dude. Then it's a triangle. Then all the points connect. Otherwise, you're at a love fork, my friends. But
Yeah,
we're all having a good time. We can't have everything.
No,
it's
no, not usually.
It's true.
But I'd be surprised if this didn't eventually show up on Vicky, like just from the premise and the poster.
The poster alone, it's like, oh, there we go. I feel sometimes like that's what Vicky does. They just go through the posters. Yep, that one. Yep.
When dramas do make the rival dudes become like really close friends at the end, I'm like, okay.
I just finished a book today where they made a point of talking about how like the one guy found the other guy attractive and stuff, and the girl would they were both making eyes when the other guy was getting changed, and I was like, perfect. And then of course they killed somebody. Because you can't have that.
We can't have everything. We can't have nice things. We can't be happy. They won't let us be happy
unless you find the ones where you can't have everything. Just say.
Listen, there's a certain subsection of literature that always makes sure you can have everything. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Moving on. Whoop.
Blind Love, February 4th, Taiwan. A teenager confronts the reality that his family might not be as perfect as he suspected when his mother falls in love with a woman who is like around his age, and he has a crush on her too. Like it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
This
one looks like it's gonna be messy as hell. Yes. Yeah.
It was also interesting, again, the way the description was written, it felt very like, we're really talking about this dude a lot, when it sure seems
clearly
like
about
it's
the mother.
The mom.
Like it's told like from his like point of view as he witnesses things, maybe. We don't know. The movie doesn't come out. We don't know anything. But yeah, who knows? We'll see. Well, we won't see. I don't know when he's gonna show up. We'll maybe see. With all of these, it always ends. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
We got some more lesbians. Another Thai show coming out on February 5th, Reverse With Me. I believe this is part of like a series of lesbian shows that has been coming out where they have superpowers. Or if they're not related, there's been
I really feel like they are. I'm gonna go see if the subs are related, but I feel like they're not listed, so I'm gonna go look.
Yeah, because like there's been like multiple of this similar sort of show.
Right.
So, for this one, a woman becomes a doctor to reconnect with the woman who used time manipulation powers to save her life years previously. Because, like, there was another one where it's like it was twin sisters.
Yeah.
And they had superpowers that weren't working, and one was a lesbian. And there was
and I watched some of that.
Yeah.
But as far as, I will say, this doesn't mean anything really. The stubs aren't linked on MDL, but that doesn't mean anything, honestly.
Yeah.
To me, the fact that they keep using the word reverse in all of these, it makes it feel like that's a universe of some sort.
Yeah, connected tangentially somehow, you know. But we can't confirm that. Okay, but I think that's the case. Boop.
And that one is going to be on iQIYI. Did we say that out loud?
I don't know if we did.
It will
but
be on
it's going to be on iQIYI. We're saying it now.
Kick. February 5th, Korea. An actor who now owns an entertainment company works together with his ex-PD co-founder to keep their company going in this comedy drama.
So the title is like, just so you know, like LOL to them is like they used to do so that's this is kind of like, and that's why it's LOL.
It's laughing. It's
laughing. This is going to be a comedy. If you can't tell from the poster, and these two dudes that do comedy very, very well.
Like, I feel like if this show had Kazonas, it would be a beautiful bromance at the very least, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's gonna be straight up middle-aged comedy. We can listen.
Old Man Yowie, you can fanfic it. It's fine.
You can go on AO3. I'm sure we'll find something sometime. You know? And if you don't, be the change you want to see in the world. You be the Old Man Yowie writer on AO3 for this one.
Nocturnal. So this is an example of this is actually coming to theaters.
Okay.
So we're not saying this is like going to pop up on Netflix at the moment for you or something, but because of the cast, we are saying, hey, this movie exists. It's going to be a big deal. People will be talking about it. February 5th, Korea. A man discovers that the death of his brother was predicted by a crime novel, leading to a complicated investigation.
Interesting.
And as far as what cast, you ask? Oh, just Ha Jung-woo and Kim Nam-gil.
Just,
and
you know.
Just those heavy hitters.
Just a
That's
few
why
here
it's
and
worth
there,
saying something.
You know. A few.
Looks very dark. Like it's not like it's going to be a light time. So, but
okay,
I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it
if
too.
we had.
I like a good old crime thriller film. Boop. We have another variety show, Couple Palace, season 2. It's season 2 of the couple matching speed dating show. Kim Jong-kook is one of the hosts.
All right.
This is not my listen. I don't know much more than this. This is not really my type of show.
Not your cup of tea.
But a lot of people like these sorts of things. So this is a TVN Mnet situation. Of course it's an Mnet situation. Mnet always has their grubby little fingers over everything of this ilk. Their snaky little digits all over everything. So I'm sure it'll be edited to make everyone look terrible. That's generally what it does because it's Mnet, you know. Womp womp. But yeah, if you like this is coming out. You know what? Okay, I just gotta say these types of the amount of these like dating marriage shows feels very propaganda coming out of Korea.
Oh yeah,
feels very much like we're trying to con women into getting married.
And when you look at the cast, like the level of income that these cast people make, like this is not all the cheap. Okay,
no,
like
this is not out of just like the fun and goodness of the hearts. Like like there's listen. This is propaganda. Okay, just know that it is. It's fine. You can still enjoy it. No one's saying you can't. But
it's probably more enjoyable as a foreign watcher because it's not geared at you. They don't care if you have a baby.
Yeah, they don't care if you get married. Like it's like all those, you know, like listen, we all love Return of Superman, okay? But you cannot tell me that all of these idols playing with babies isn't on purpose. All right. Moving on.
The Scandal of Chunhwa.
I'm excited about this one.
February 6th, Korea. It is historical. A princess decides to find her own husband, as well as investigate who has been using her as a model in their drawings for a series of erotic novels.
Yes, okay. It's like someone said, hey, what would Natalia really enjoy? Hello, Mike. Yes, Unwoo does love babies. No one is arguing with that.
He also likes doggies.
But I'm just saying it is a choice to show him with babies. Okay, it is a pointed choice. But no, I'm really excited about this one. I think
this one does have a higher rating.
Yes,
age rating, and a lot of people are making a big deal about that.
Calm the fuck down. Like,
I think the posters look very sweet. I think that like the subject matter, of course, it would be adult level.
And it may, like, people are going off about like, oh, there's so many sex scenes lately. We haven't even watched it yet. There may not be any sex scenes. It may just be the art.
Yeah,
right.
But also, even if there are sex scenes, who gives a shit? It's not like every show has. People act like every show is just going full frontal, legs spread eagle on you. It's like, this is not the case. This is not the case. That is like such a small percentage of shows.
Just like North American television, like not everything has to be family friendly.
Yeah,
right? Like some things are for the grown folk.
This is TVing, so like we know what level that typically is.
Yeah, it's like, listen, some dramas you can watch with your grandma, and some you can't, and that's fine. They don't all have to be grandma approved. Grandma approved.
I mean, it depends on your grandma.
Sometimes you got a cool grandma who's like, I would like to see it. Like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, the pearl clutching. Some you can watch with pearl clutchers and some you can't. But don't become the pearl clutcher that society does not need. Okay.
Also, like an alternate title to this is just The Love of Chunhua. Like it's so we'll see.
Exactly, Mike. Your grandma might be into that. Your grandma might be into that. We don't know. Listen, grandmas can come in all shapes and sizes.
We didn't get here.
Dramas. Like, I'm gonna be real. I don't have children, so I'll never be a grandma. But I'd be like, all right, give me the I'd be the Kin Porsche grandma. I'd be like my mom watching Kin Porsche when she saw Appo for the first time and said, "Ooh, he's like Patrick Swayze." And I said, "Mom, what the hell does that mean?" He's like Patrick Swayze. And she was high on painkillers because she just got her hip replaced. And she looked me dead in the eye and she goes, "Panty dropper." And I was like, "Damn, Mom. Okay, let's get you to bed." Yeah. So it's rated R. Relax is all we're saying.
It's R for relax.
It's R for just relax and have a good time.
And honestly, when you're talking historical often goes borderline R anyway, just with violence. I'm not saying this one would.
Yeah,
but like,
watch, that's what this is. It's R for violence, and it's like, just gonna be a nasty.
It's just gonna be just a nasty bloodbath, and we're like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, our bad. We misunderstood this rating system. But you know what? That would be a wild choice from this poster. That would be such a bait and switch if it was like, oh, actually, this is like Game of Thrones bloodbath. Like, oh, but geez, Red Wedding. Okay, let's go.
It's just like My Dearest. It depends on what part of My Dearest you're paying attention to. Some of it can seem really like funny, haha, and then other parts
it goes.
There was a lot of violence in it. So like, it's a thing.
But I feel like this one's also being advertised as comedic as well. So like purposefully, like, and she, Guara is always she does a lot of comedy stuff. So, but anyway, I'm excited for this because I've been looking for, Sky's going to give me this side. I've been looking for a new historical to start. And she's like, you can watch My Dearest. God damn it. I'm going to get to it. Next up, we got more gays. Mike, you made it in time for some gays.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Heartstain. February 6th, a teen with a crush on his homeroom teacher has been hiding his gay identity until his best friend discovers his secret and suggests they date each other until they graduate. Which, props to the friend, quote unquote, who is like, no, let's be age appropriate about this, shall we?
Well, I didn't write this in the synopsis, but the synopsis I was reading about it did state that he doesn't want to have a crush on it. He wants to get over his homeroom teacher. He knows that's got no future. He knows that's inappropriate.
And that's why the friend is like, let's
date each other. And I suspect we will find out that the friend has some ulterior motive in this, that perhaps this is his dream come true. Listen, this ain't my first rodeo. You know what I mean?
I will say this one has a questionable, not the description or anything. Like, I wonder where it's going to show up, if it's going to show up. So, like, let's just hold hope that it will show up somewhere.
Yeah.
Because as I was digging, it kind of looked a little difficult to look at. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm sure Gaga will pick it up eventually. They pick up everything.
Like,
you know? Like, things
high
that
school, that's
like,
a Vicky thing.
A lot of things that, like, you think would be even, like, too high profile for Gaga to pick up, they somehow get. So, like...
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. I do enjoy. I wish I liked their playback options better, because I like Gaga a lot, but I just don't like. I don't like that you can't fast forward without pausing. Like every time you touch the screen, it pauses. Anyway, that's just an iPad personal thing I have. We can't all be Aichi. You know what I mean? Like, we can't all have Natalia's perfect watching experience. Yeah, the UI does suck. Thank you. Someone agrees with me. I love their catalog. I hate their UI. But, like, their catalog is fantastic.
But as far as which thing is more important, supporting the catalog.
Yes. They can always work on the UI. You know what I mean? Like, but if they don't have a good catalog, no one's gonna pay for it, so they can have the money to work on the UI. Exactly. All right, moving on. We got Netflix is really going ham on these older dramas. Okay, so Adventures of the Super Monkey: Journey to the West. This one looks absolutely campy. So it's a 2006. We're going way back to almost 20 years ago.
Oh, that hurts.
That hurt a little, yeah. This was my first year of university, was 2006. Dating myself. It follows a monkey demon, a water demon, and a pig demon who travel around causing trouble. That's basically.
If you're familiar with the story.
Yeah. I feel like it's a real classic. Yeah. That's basically it. There's been many iterations, and this is one of them. So that's coming out. Well, it's not coming out. That's re-releasing on
going
Netflix.
To be available on Netflix
on February 7th in the US anyway.
Death Whisperer 2. This is a movie coming out of Thailand on February 7th. A man is searching
Netflix.
For the evil...
just so this one is dropping on Netflix.
Perfect. A man is searching for the evil spirit that killed his sister. He finds himself following a trail of dead infants in search of a sorcerer who might be controlling the evil spirit.
I mean, like like a trail of dead infants, like in the news, not like a literal. That would be like horribly morbid. I just needed to clarify this because I realized, like, wait,
this
like,
is not some like Hansel and Gretel.
No. Like with a horror movie, you sometimes don't know, but in this case, it is a metaphorical trail, not a.
It's more like there was maybe like a red string connection between.
It's on the murder board. It's on the murder board, right. Less on the ground, if you know what I mean. Child. I think that the original, because this is like a direct sequel to the first one, and I think that's on Netflix already. If
I will go see.
If I might be mistaken, but it would be a wild choice to get Death Whisperer 2 and not Death Whisperer.
Right.
Like it is possible. Like they do have the sequel to Concrete Utopia and not Concrete Utopia itself. But in that case, in that one, they're not the character. There's no character relation. So
at least in the US, Death Whisper 1 is.
It's what? You disappeared for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Same. Here. It's okay. On Canadian Netflix too. Number 2 is also coming through, so they both show up when you search them on Netflix.
Cool. So you can watch Death Whisperer 1 before watching the direct sequel, Death Whisperer 2. And don't read, I left out something in this synopsis that was very clear was a giveaway for Death Whisperer 1, just for anyone who did want to watch Death Whisperer 1 first. So I tried not to spoil what was clearly a plot point at the end of Death Whisperer 1. That's
yeah.
a synopsis. So,
Gotcha.
Newtopia. February 7th, Korea. A couple tries to reunite with each other amidst a sudden zombie outbreak. This will be on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and I do believe this is a comedy as well.
It's kind of got more comedy zombie vibes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like poster-wise, anyway.
Yes. But I think that's even like tagged in it, that it is a more... Cool. Yeah. Listen, keep that energy, Mike, because there's a few on here. There's some stuff, some zombie-related fun coming up soon.
Listen, Korea does love their zombies.
And so do I.
I like Korean zombies. That's, yeah.
We've also got a movie with a fella we know and love. Darayori mo Suyoku Dakishimite. Coming out on February 7th from Japan. And this one, it's not like it's airing somewhere, but there's someone in this that's very near and dear to our hearts, which is why we included this. But anyway, a writer with OCD and misophonia struggles with his relationship with his girlfriend as he's unable to touch her due to his issues. He meets a woman with the same disease while trying to get medical help. Meanwhile, his girlfriend also meets a new fella at her work. And Sky, who plays that new fella?
Chansung.
Chansung? Chansung? Yeah. So Chansung as a handsome Korean man.
All right.
Good fun. We're having good fun here.
It looks like a fascinating tone and stuff. Like
yeah.
When it's available somewhere, I will be watching because
we'll locate it at some point. I'm sure someone will find it somewhere. Who knows? Yes, handsome indeed. Boop. Netflix.
Flower Shop. Oh, Flower Shop Without Roses. All right, February 8th, the 2008 J-drama following the romance of a single father florist and a blind woman will be coming to Netflix.
It sounds nice.
I do love a single father story.
I do. You know.
It shows a level of commitment and care. You know, like you know already.
Like if they're doing their best. If they're terrible, then fuck them. But if they're doing their best,
I mean, it could also be a terribly abusive story. But then usually the dad's not the main character.
Yeah.
You know?
Usually he's like dead at some point in the story. You know?
Yeah.
Netflix in February really just said we doing Blast from the Past.
Which is funny because
they did a lot in this month.
I feel like that's how Netflix sort of started out. They had a lot of like older Taiwanese stuff and older, you know, and a lot of us got into K-dramas and Asian dramas through Netflix's like back catalog of older stuff. And then they were like, ooh, maybe there's money in this. And they started getting new,
but in the meantime, they vanished the stuff that they had for a really long time that brought us in, and it's really sad. Just for the
looking at you, I watched Shut Up Flower Boy Band on Netflix, and it was one of the nicest experiences of my life, and it's not there anymore. But I think it's on Tubi now, so like it's fine. You know what? It's fine. You can still watch it. Boop. Yet another one.
Be the Next 9 Dreamers, Philippines, but it is in conjunction with a Korean entertainment, like a South Korean entertainment company. February 8th, a boy group survival series to try to make a new idol group with contestants born between 2000 and 2009, in case you wanted to feel old.
I'm good. You know,
I made a side note of, oh, hi, Sandara Park and Chen.
Which is fun. We do love Sandara Park and Chen, but I'm good, you know? Like, even if I like survival shows, I like the old people survival shows. You know what I mean? Like, I like the ones with grown adults on it who can handle this level of mental stress and rejection. You know? Yeah, children. The children. Well, like some of them, like, that goes up to 25, I guess, technically. But it also goes to 14. So, like,
you know.
Don't love it. Don't love it. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's not fine, but it'll have to be fine.
Nothing we can do about it.
And listen, and you know that they're always like, yeah, let's put the 14-year-old. That's not. Like literally every single idol who debuted that young is like, don't do that. Don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It reminds me of our game that we play when it's like, oh, the person's 21, they're old, haggard, and can't strut.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like,
yeah, like please, please be for fucking real. Like, we got enough. China really gave us some like ahead of time information this month. Usually we get one, but we've got multiple this month. The Embers, February 8th, Chinese drama. Two brothers find themselves on opposite sides of the law after a tragedy in their youth.
Ooh.
I like the poster.
Yeah.
It's a nice
it
poster.
is a 10-cent WeTV situation.
Yeah. I don't think it's gay, Mike. They're brothers. Not like brothers, but actual like blood related brothers.
Also, China.
China.
Just
yeah. Like
putting that out
listen.
there.
I did also see that this isn't a new show, and it's not on any streaming service that yet here. But they are Priest's novel that was adapted into Justice in the Dark that got cut off for being too gay in China is being released possibly with all the episodes in Japan. So we might.
Ooh.
So
interesting.
But like that's not on this. That's not on this because it's not available anywhere for us, and it's not actually confirmed that it's all 30 episodes because there's only like 10 episodes that people have seen. It was kind of a Spy Realm situation, if you know. So we can believe, we can dream. But no, Mike, I think they're actually just brothers, not brothers, you know. But Mike, this one's gay.
Is it Gel Boys or Gel Boys?
Gel, as in when you read it, you'll see why.
Okay. February 8th, out of Thailand, jealousy erupts when a young man discovers that he's not the only person his crush invites out to get their nails done.
So it's nail gel boys.
Nice.
They're a little bit more femme. I do like a nice femboy moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see they got beautiful
and
nails.
You love nails.
Yeah, I also love nails.
This is very
well
Natalia coded.
Yeah. Well, no, the thing is, it's like, but it's also like high school, which is like less
so.
Code.
Yeah.
This will be on iQIYI, by the way.
This is an iQIYI original, I believe. Yeah, you can see iQIYI is written like 6 times on the poster. So I think they're like, this is iQIYI. Like, don't worry about it.
Tabloid. Just for the record, this is not queer. And you'll see why the tone of the poster here in a second. February 8th, Thailand. A journalist investigates the death of her coworker who died at a drug-filled party, uncovering her history of posing as a prostitute to discover secrets. And so kind of the investigation of that.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that posing as a prostitute to get secrets out of like rich politicians and shit is the best idea, but it's not a dumb idea. It's not. You'd get some good information. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the worst idea ever.
I would also say there is a level of commitment involved to your coworker who passed to go like essentially almost follow in her footsteps to find whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Like, listen, I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's also not Thailand. It's Taiwan. I made it.
Okay.
That's a Taiwanese drama.
Not
a Thai drama.
The Chinese titles make a little more sense then.
Isn't it Taiwanese?
Taiwan.
Yeah. So
sorry, I miswrote. I miswrote, and that made you miswrite. We all.
It was a collection of. This is a Taiwanese drama, not a Thai drama. Just.
There you go.
There's always one mistake on these, okay? Like, there's always one, and that's fine. Actually, there's always more than one, so don't. was a TBA for last month, but they gave us a release date. So February 9th, the Japanese drama Inheritance Detectives. So this is a
Netflix.
It's a Netflix. Yeah, so Netflix picked it up. So a private detective who specializes in inheritance law takes on complicated inheritance cases with his team of colorful characters.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks fun.
Yeah.
Boop.
And it's kind of dropping as airing. Like, I think a little delayed compared to, like, in Japan.
Yeah, because I think it was supposed to start, like, end of January, but, like, yeah. Sort of like how they did with Love is Poison, where it was, like, 2 weeks behind or something.
Yeah.
Friendly Rivalry. February 10th out of Korea. An orphan enrolls at a school for top students. Here she befriends one of the richest girls at school in a toxic friendship. It's giving Heathers.
Yeah, it's also giving... Why is this 30-year-old playing? Listen, we gotta stop this, Korea. We gotta stop the madness, okay?
Like,
I love her.
There's an early time jump. Like, if it's like 2 episodes at high school and then
I
they
don't
time
think-
jump and
No, I think-
flashback, but
I
like
think the whole thing is high
otherwise,
school. I'm pretty sure the whole
there are
thing is
high
high
school
school.
age.
It is here,
actresses.
Joy. Hello, Joy. Yeah, that's who I'm saying. Come on now.
I mean,
Come
I
on
love
now.
her, and I'm
We
sure
gotta-
she'll kill it. Like, she'll
Yeah,
be great.
she's great, but she's 30. Okay.
Well, and then the other, like, the second listed gal, she's 26.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was one. Sorry, I had to laugh about this because it genuinely made me laugh. There's one that I saw that said age gap. So you know how they have like tags? One of the tags was age gap real life, and I looked at the age gap and it was 30 and 24. I'm like, that's not a real age gap. I'm sorry, 30 and 24 is not a real age gap. Like, if you're gonna put age gap, it's got to be at least 10, 15 years.
Yeah, she's a whole adult.
That's a whole ass
that's
adult that they've got in a school uniform. Like, listen, she got to pay bills just like everyone else. I get it, but like, come on now, come on now. She's got good skincare, but come on now.
Sometimes it's like, once they hit 30, it's like, can we at least do college? Like,
Yeah,
can
like,
we
have it up a
do
little.
college?
You know, it just gets absurd at a certain point. Okay, here we go. All right, okay. As we said, Netflix been bringing back.
Is it my turn?
Is it your turn?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Peninsula. This was a 2020. So in case you missed it, this was the sequel film to Train to Busan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So February 11th, it's going to be coming to Netflix, which is linked to the second. Do you want me to go ahead and just do the next one, Natalia?
No, I had a real good
Go for it.
lead into it. And if you're thinking to yourself, damn, I wish I could rewatch Train to Busan, well, don't worry, you can. Because that's also coming to Netflix on February 11th. I did put them in the wrong order on purpose to give a little bit of a nice little fun a little fun excitement to people. It's one of my fire segues. So yeah, and listen, Train to Busan, I don't really, I'm sure there are people out there who have not seen it. And that is
this is a great way to, I feel like it's been on Netflix before.
It was, and then it came out.
Yeah.
But I think, like, people got the Gong Yu thirst right now, and they're like, hey, listen, he's fine in Squid Games, but if you want real Gong Yu thirst, just give him a baseball.
This really
bat,
bad
worry.
dad character that, like, has a redemption arc.
Sexy, awful dad character. Yeah, babies have seen Train to Busan. But you know what? There's people out there who I think have not. I see many people on the old Blue Sky in the K-drama, feed, the Anyang feed, who I know for a fact don't know this movie exists.
Well, I've seen people just this week talking about how they just watched it. So, like,
so listen, it's about to get a whole new community of people to love it as much as I do. I fucking love this movie. And you know what? I'm glad they never made the American version because it made no sense.
I feel like they just bring it up every 6 months or something, so you never know.
Yeah, they're just like, we're going to make an American. Stop it. Just make a zombie movie. It doesn't need to be this.
You know, the vibes here are not great right now.
Yeah, listen, they don't. You guys don't have the energy for Train to Busan right now. Okay, you got other things to worry about.
Sigh.
All right, next up. Boop.
Hello, love again. February 13th, a movie out of the Philippines. It's a sequel to the film Hello, Love, Goodbye, where two lovers who have been apart for years meet again, but find they have changed as people in their time apart. Shocking. You changed over years?
Oh.
Okay.
This will be on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice.
And this is also set in Canada.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
I do love that with the latency, like between like there's like a delay
Yeah.
between streams.
So the joy is like
the vibes are bad came as Amanda was talking about this movie for
this
like
nice looking movie.
And it's like, if I didn't know you were talking about what we just said about America, it would seem like you thought the vibes of this movie were foul, but they seem fine. They seem totally okay. No, I don't think this movie's vibes are bad. I think this movie's vibes are fine.
It looks pretty charming.
Yeah.
Boop. Sixth Sense City Tour. Not Sixth Sense like I see dead people, but like February 13th, Korea. This was a variety show, Korean variety show, a spin-off of the variety show where celebrities have to figure out if they're being sent into a real hotspot or a fake set with the crew that the crew has come up with.
Yeah.
So there have been 2 other seasons of this with a different cast, like a different like female cast and stuff. So it'll be a different vibe, but I think it's a fun like puzzly type moment.
Yeah. I do like the concept of like have we made a real restaurant or have we made a fake restaurant to mess with you? Like that's
wild.
Fun. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is another TVN one, so who knows where if it'll show up somewhere. We got another Netflix Taiwanese show coming out right in time for Valentine's Day, but not really with Valentine's vibes. I Am Married, ... but a woman's dissatisfied in her marriage because it turns out her husband was a mama's boy. That would be unfortunate. However, he's also charming and sweet and constantly making her second guess her desire to leave him. So she finds
he's Jasper.
He's Jasper Liu. So like, yeah, of course.
Fair. Okay.
He just puts on his glasses and little puppy dog eyes. I get it. She finds herself stuck between wanting a married life or wanting a more exciting romance. I don't listen, it looks fine. I don't know if I'm gonna watch this one, but like we love Jasper.
But it's Jasper, like
Jasper is like an annoying mama's boy.
To be fair, there's only the 2 of them here, right? So like it feels like the vibe is saying they probably he probably grows up some, and
the preview
like there's not a third dude in the poster. Right?
Ditch the bomb, Jasper.
Yeah, no, for real though. For real. Cut them apron strings, my dude.
Yeah.
Mama's boys.
Because essentially, like I watched part of the trailer and it really did seem like her life was very hard because of the mother-in-law. Like
yeah.
It's not simply like mama's boy vibes. It's very like it's hard life because of the mom.
I decided I had a high school boyfriend who had a horrible mother, and it was at that point that I decided like I will never be with someone whose mother is just a wench. Mm-hmm. I'm not living that life. She was so nasty for no reason. I can't do it. I can't do it. Mm-mm.
It's a hard way to live your life.
No, it's a horrible way.
My mother-in-law. She's a nice person.
Oh. But with this Jasper, like you can see the temptation when it's Jasper.
I can understand because like otherwise it seems like from everything in the synopsis said that like otherwise he's actually like a really sweet, nice guy. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just like he has a boy mom.
Also, we're older. Like, you know, when you're 20, you don't really know.
Yeah, you don't think about that. Yeah. But when you're in your late 30s and older, you're just like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I ain't got time for this. Get out. Get out. Absolutely not. Boop.
Me?
It is you. It is
Okay.
you.
Buried Hearts, February 14th, Korea. A hacker breaks into a slush fund and steals an illegally acquired 2 trillion won, putting him in the crosshairs of the shadowy figure running the fund.
And yes, it is Park Young-sik you do see there.
Yes.
Say less.
Like he's like punching people and has slicked back hair. It's just important things to know about the show.
There's just like important. I do like a show where he does like MMA and shit. I do enjoy that.
So I will be checking it out. Like there's no way that I'm not going to at least watch it. First
it's like a Valentine's gift
it's
for
a little,
the girls.
It's a little gift. It's a
for
gift
the
for us.
For
the ladies, the hair. Yeah.
The hair.
Joy gets it. Joy knows what we're talking about. Joy knows what's up.
You know when the smiley boy isn't smiling like the whole show. It's like
we have very specific tastes here at the Noonas. We are able to articulate them perfectly.
I also think it's funny, like an alternate title to this is Treasure Island. I get a kick out of that.
That's terrible. I love it.
Mellow movie, but this is a show. I just
Not
have to be very
movie.
clear about this.
This is a drama.
Show. Coming to Netflix. It'll be currently airing. I guess I never know if they're going to drop everything. So, like, I'm not, don't quote me on anything. But, Mellow movie, the show, February 14th, Valentine's Day, Korea. An assistant director yearning to direct her own movie finds herself meeting an actor turned critic through work, and romance blossoms.
Sounds
easy,
nice.
simple, easy peasy.
Yes.
So sick.
It's so nice and romantic for
Valentine's
Day.
Choi-sik and Park Bo-young and Lee Jun-young.
Yeah.
Jun-young.
We got lists.
Oh my gosh. Did you see the support? Did you see the support?
I didn't see this. I didn't look too deeply into it. I never look deeply into anything.
But the reason I say something is Kim Jae-wook. That's why I'm saying something.
Wow.
It's not at
all right.
They're getting on that Netflix payroll. Where's the merch? Joy, you don't know. Listen, with K-dramas, you never know, Joy.
Hey, Kim Jae-wook's there being in a support role. You never know, my friend.
You never know. You never know.
Indeed.
We got some boogers. It's me, right? I'm not.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
this one looks messy. There's a Taiwanese one also coming out on Valentine's Day. Exclusive love. So a superstitious man meets an etiquette master to learn from. And meanwhile, this is where it gets toxic, y'all. A wedding consultant agrees to help his longtime crush plan his wedding, but yearns and might try to sabotage it. Sir,
messy.
Get help, sir. Sir. We do love some mess. Fictional mess.
By the way.
Yes, we like fictional mess. Not real life mess. Fictional mess, totally fun. Real life mess, be at the drama. That's right. This is gonna be like, what if the wedding plan wasn't a lavender marriage that was totally fine if the wedding planner ruined it? Like
The Witch, February 15th, Korea. A translator who struggled to make friends but always attracted unwanted male attention through her life yearns to meet up with the one guy she had her eye on in school.
By the way, this was the one that was tagged age gap real life. I'm just going to look at the camera.
I mean,
they're like 5-6 years difference. Chill, everyone.
Yeah.
Like, that
is Park Jin Young, in case you're curious.
Yes, it is. So
it will be on.
Like, why wouldn't you just tag it as like a Noonas romance or something?
But no, she's younger.
Oh, she's the one who's younger. Okay.
Yeah. They were trying to make it seem like a 30-year-old and like a 24, 25-year-old was like an unheard of normal thing.
I mean, technically, I guess it is a gap, but like
technically,
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but like technically, that means my husband and I have an age gap, and we went to high school together. You know, I mean, like, I don't know.
We wish to emphasize the witch. There, as far as we see, there's no supernatural.
It's not magical.
I feel like it's
Magical.
more like a euphemism for calling someone a bitch, as it is for actually, because they can't just call it the bitch, because apparently she's unlikable. Maybe mysterious. She has a mysterious aura, is how they put it.
But like. Also, the way the description, it makes it sound like pretty much every guy was head over heels for her. And imagine, she probably didn't just say, okay, I'll date you all throughout her entire life. Like,
yeah.
Well, that
so awful.
That girl often has trouble making female friends, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of girls get real jealous of that, right? You don't want that girl around your boyfriend. You don't want that
even
girl
though
around,
the girl has done nothing wrong.
It's not her fault, but
she's just trying to vibe. Like, she's just trying to be a person.
She's just living her life, man. I tells you. But anyway, I actually really want to watch this one. I think it looks quite good. It looks sort of mysterious and mellow vibes to it. Cool. Boop. Is it me?
Is it your turn?
I think it's Sky.
Yeah.
Oh, good day. February 16th, Korea. G-Dragon tries to make a song of the year with various industry friends. This is actually going to be on iQIYI.
Listen, iQIYI's got the little fingers and
it's also known as GD and Friends. Like, I've seen it mentioned before as that. So
it's like good day also truncates to GD. I get what he's doing here. I understand what's happening.
You see the little like Ajma handkerchief like on the
he's
perfect.
Letters.
I just love that he's living his authentic life these days, you know? Just being a little old weirdo. Just being a little old weirdo that he was always meant to be.
Love it.
With his little babushka fashion, and I love it. I love that. I love that for him. You know what I mean? It's me, right? Yes. My dearest nemesis. Coming on February 17th from Korea, a planning team leader meets the successor of the department store she works for, a man whom she used to play video games with in their teens, not teams. Autocorrect got us.
Oh,
autocorrect.
Well, it could have been on Teams.
It could have been on Teams, but it was in their teenagers, with whom she shares a bitter history.
I like this comment though. I'm still gonna put it up.
Yeah, he does. He genuinely listen. As soon as he was allowed to just be a babushka,
granny jackets and sweaters, like
he's like, listen, I'm just a little old lady in a middle-aged man's body. Don't worry about it. But this one looks cute. This one looks cute.
I did see one funny comment on MDL. Someone saying, "Very Chinese drama coded."
That's what I was just thinking. Very C-drama.
Yeah, because like Amanda and I did an episode last year on that C-drama that basically had this exact same plot.
Right. Yep.
Except that they didn't work at a department store. They were video game makers as well. But yeah, anyway.
I'm gonna go see if someone tagged this one age gap real life. Yep. They did. It is tagged like that. It is tagged like that. It is.
This is guys, you gotta stop this, okay? If it's not like 15 years, that doesn't count as an age gap real life.
He's 23 and she's 28. Okay,
that's not an age gap. That's just a normal age difference between people. I'm tired, y'all. I'm so tired.
Like, my husband and I have 7 years. Like, this is a thing.
This is like not like, okay, listen. My mom and my dad had 30 years. That's an age gap, real life. Okay? 5 years? That's just a normal adult relationship. Enough. I cannot take these people seriously. Okay? Like, this says to me, it's like, oh, you're 16 years old. That's what that says to me if you've tagged it that enough. Oh, they have 3 years difference, age gap. Like, get out of here. Those are those height gap people again.
And to think it's something now, I do think it would be something to say if the person was underage, like if the actress or somebody was underage.
Yes,
it might be a valid thing to tag or something. But like, we're starting to be mid-20s. Just let it be.
Joy, they have the same age gap as me and my husband. Okay? And we also went to high school together. That's not an age gap. If you attended high school at the same time, that's not an age gap. Enough with this madness. Enough age gap, real life, my ass.
Offline Love, February 18th, out of Japan. It's coming to Netflix. A dating show where the participants are sent to Nice, France, to fall in love. The catch is they aren't allowed to use any digital device, just letters, and aren't guaranteed to ever meet one another.
It'll be coming to Netflix.
Yeah. It sounds very romantic, but I'm not sure it makes good television.
Yeah, well, listen, we'll see.
Well, the Japanese dating shows, some of them really have a different
vibe to them,
perspectives. Yeah. Like sometimes it's like, hey, we are all in this like countryside area, like doing countryside. Sometimes they're just busy, kind of living life a little bit.
Just a slice of life documentary with setups. Like
I would be in such
I'd be in trouble. I'd be in trouble. Trouble up in here.
You think at least give them typewriters, like them,
something. A telegraph, some sort.
It would just be so funny to like. They're acting like Nice, France doesn't have like, moving billboards and digital aspects.
It's a modern ass city. Like I don't.
It's not like an island with nothing on it.
They have web cafes in Nice, like what I mean? But listen, I'm sure it'll be a nice vibe because these sorts tend to be.
And the Japanese ones really go for the vibe. Like they're really usually going for that.
That looks like quite a cast of characters as well in the poster. So
yeah, try to go to the telegraph office.
Exactly. Boop.
Is it my turn? I think it's my
turn. You get more
Fragrance of the First Flower season 2, which I didn't hear about the first one, but season 2. This is Gaga Ulala original at the bottom. I didn't realize that whenever we put this on here. February 18th, Taiwan. A divorced woman tries to navigate her newfound lesbian love and makes a new friend who turns out to be her current girlfriend's ex. Very lesbian of them.
Very lesbian.
No, and also was tagged bisexual lead, which I just wish to highlight.
Appreciate. I also, in speaking of very lesbian of them, the friend that she meets helps her move into a new apartment. And I was like, this is so lesbian coded. Of course she does. That's very lesbian of them. Exactly.
It looks so cute, by the way.
A little messy.
Go check out the first one.
Little messy, but still very cute. In not cute, we have Apollo Noda coming out on February 19th from Japan. A man with a trauma around women accidentally causes the death of the only woman he loves and is then punished by heaven to keep getting reborn into new worlds to find her.
And they're never allowed to be together. That's another stipulation.
Doomed romance. Yeah.
Yikes. Over and over again. Fun.
Yeah.
If this looks like a manga adaptation, that's because it is.
It is. Yeah. Looks real depressing.
Mm-hmm.
It is technically an isekai, which I do love. Yeah, I knew Joy would be into this one. This is very much a Joy show. Oh, look who it is. Definitely looks like a high school student.
Undercover High School, February 21st, Korea. A secret agent is forced to infiltrate a school under the guise of being a student. We're doing 21 Jump Street, baby.
Yeah. Now I am very. Go.
As I've said in our like episode about like what was coming this year that we're excited about, this is the only way they're going to make me interested in a student-teacher relationship drama because
this isn't a real student, okay?
Right. Because he's very not a real student.
I saw
he's been in the military for a while.
He was doing his military service. I saw like an art, like a blog post. It might have been Snoopy. I don't know.
That is
like,
a grown man. Yes.
That was like, so Kang Jun looks so youthful, like a high school student. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Stop lying to yourself and us. He looks like a 30-year-old man in a high school uniform.
I'll admit, 5 years ago, he still didn't look all that. Like he looked.
No, there's in. Have you seen a high school student recently? They do not look like this, okay? So I was like, stop lying to yourself and everyone reading you. He looks like a 30-year-old man in a high school uniform. Enough of the madness. I will be watching, however. Regardless of the madness.
Our village dung puppy. I wonder if it will be a different title.
I feel like it will be.
You'll understand why here in a second, why we're talking about this. So February 22nd, Korea. It is a variety show. City-dwelling celebrities go to the countryside to do chores and learn about country life. Sounds very charming. Sounds very fun. And you get young K. Like, the little panel of people is really fun. Just seems like it'd be a good time. Yeah. So.
That's right. The gays are back in town. Jack and Joker, You Still My Heart has a special episode coming out on the 22nd. Usually they put them out a lot sooner than this. Like Jack and Joker ended a little while ago. But anyway, the show is on iQIYI, and it's a show about a con man and a debt collector who have a shared past. Yeah, they're back, baby.
Did you watch it?
Me, I'm in the middle of watching it.
So it wasn't high school, right? Or was it?
No. Well, like
I was confused by the description. Okay.
Like what they met when one of them was in high school, but most of the story takes place like years after that.
Okay.
See that was my whole like. I was very interested in the concept, but then I was like, "Are we in high school?"
No.
I'm so confused.
For like you're in high school for like 2 episodes, and then there's like a time jump.
Okay.
They're adults.
I'm more interested again.
They're adults for most of this. And also,
I didn't know if we were like playing at debt collector high school. I just
no. They adults. They adults. The debt collector's looking for revenge. Like it's good. It's good crack. And there's gonna be a special episode. Yeah. Okay. That's you know what, Joey. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I think they're waiting for the equality law to pass because they get married. Yeah. Like that's not even a spoiler. Half of these special episodes they get married or engaged. Like this isn't a spoiler for any like, oh no, the romantic crime BL, they end up together. Spoiler alert. That was on the trailer. Yeah. Yeah. They're telling you the information. Like it's like, saying that you can spoil a
You see the bow tie and the tie. Like this is not hard.
No, we can figure out what's happening here. Yeah. Boop.
Demon City movie out of Japan, February 27th. A man wrongfully accused of killing his wife and child escapes from a prison hospital to find out who was really to blame.
I believe
Doing fugitives.
Based on a manga.
Nice.
Fantasy elements.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot going on with this that we decided not to put in the mini synopsis as to not ruin it. Like we're trying not to do that. I think that's it.
That will be coming to Netflix. So like that's why we mentioned it.
Okay.
And I do believe, one second, let me just update the ticker here because we are moving on. Update. And here we go. Oh, that's right. We're now chatting about K-pop comebacks. Hell yeah. As always, a little bit of a preamble to this. If we missed someone, it was not on purpose. We do our best. Okay. But like,
we checked 2 different websites. Like we really do try to check in on it.
we do our best. If there's 2 different dates, we sometimes just arbitrarily pick one. So if you're like, wait a second, listen, they gave us 2 dates. We just picked one. Okay, like we're doing our best. We are only but 2 women making this PowerPoint. We can only do so much. But anyway, let's get into it. Sky, I gotta click. Sorry. Whoop. Take it away, Sky.
I've February 3rd and Plave February 3rd. Ivan Plave.
Nice.
Ivan Plave.
I'm totally stoked about Plave. Like, I'm losing my mind.
Sky's a huge Plave fan.
Well, and there was a special video they released this past week, and it was beautiful. Like, anyway, I'm excited. And they're doing their special powers on some of it. Like, it's going to be really fun. Looks darker.
Nice.
Hello, Dee. Welcome. We're just getting into K-pop right now. I hope your morning walk goes well. It's our evening wind down here for us. All right. Next up, we have All Hours coming out on February 4th. And we have Niziu having yet another, well, they're a J-pop group. So we're having another Japanese release on February 5th. So, like, sometimes it's like, here we go. It's a little, put the Japanese flag for you. Yeah, that's interesting.
On February 5th, we have Reseen and Moonbill. So that will be lovely. I'm sure. Lots of ladies.
Be First, February 5th, Japanese release. I do believe they're a Japanese group. Yes.
They are, yes.
Oh, okay.
In case you're like a close ATEEZ follower, Be First, they collabed on a couple songs. Like,
and they're
just
great. They're great songs.
Yeah. They're great songs. So, like, you might tangentially kind of be aware that they exist that way. So go check them out. And Yuche, February 5th.
She's a member of Pixie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had to like Google. I'm like, which Yuche? There was more than one. I had to do a little bit of a dive. There's another one, another soloist who I had to also figure out which one it was. Yeah.
February 7th, we've got Lisa with a comeback. So that's usually a good time. And Nomad on February 8th.
I'm going to have to go look up their name. Like, give me 2 seconds to look up their name again. Because
I feel like it stands for something really dumb.
Okay.
No, it's cute considering, like... where did it go? Okay. Need Our Microphone and Dances.
Yes. That was the one where I was like, okay, this one was charming. There was another one. I don't even remember what group it was, but I think on one of these episodes, we like for like almost 5 minutes straight, we're losing our mind over what the episode, what it stood for.
But like this one, like, is it kind of silly? It is, but like it at least fits an idol group. So like I give it a really big pass that they tried very hard.
Like sometimes,
and hey, there's not a number involved, so like they win.
Smart. Yeah, Lisa pulls off a great bob, Joy. A great bob.
She does.
Boop. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Evan? Is that how we say it?
Evan, I do believe.
Evan.
Sure.
February 10th. And we, as we were saying, they're another Boys Planet group. Because we discussed that earlier.
Right.
Kim Young-hoon, February 10th.
And the Kim Young-hoon here is the one from VNX. There were several Kim Young-hoons, but this is the one who was a member of VNX. So if you're wondering which Kim Young-hoon. We got our girl Chung-ha. And after about 1 million years, Boyfriend is having a Japanese comeback. In our year 2025. Good for them. You know what? Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Get that bag.
That's right.
Do it.
Make that rent, fellas.
On February 14th, we've got Imond and Maiden.
Little girl group Valentine's
I like
Day
the name. Like, I like the
I do.
I'm
It's
like,
fun.
it's like made in Korea or whatever.
But also like maiden as in like a young woman.
Like
it's a good little play on words. It's a nice little English fun.
And Maiden used to be Limelight, like in case you ever knew that in the past.
And I liked Limelight. Hell yeah, Chungha. But I thought, because sometimes some like K-pop group names like read masculine or feminine to me, and I could have sworn Imond was a boy group until I looked them up and was like, oh, because there's like
Imond. Do you think it's a take on Diamond?
That's what I was thinking. As I said it, I was like, okay.
Because I always mix up like NMIX and Ensign. I always think that they're both girl groups, but one isn't.
Illit, which, by the way, Illit is sometimes like the way it can be stylized. It involves like semicolons or colons. Yeah. Colons and a plus for the T. Like, it's a whole thing.
Too confusing. It's too confusing for us.
So, Illit, February 14th, Japanese release. And Jisoo, February 14th.
She got a busy month for Jisoo.
Busy.
She's booked and busy. Good for her. We got some O names. Boop, boop. We got one packed. Also on Valentine's Day has a comeback, and our boys ONF coming out on the 18th. I'm almost sad. There's one thing that I miss about not being on Twitter anymore. It's that anytime ONF would have a comeback, their fandom goes fucking nuts. Okay, like most dedicated fandom. I swear to God, they're like, you gotta check out ONF. Look at ONF. We love, and you know what? I love that energy. It's always a nice positive energy.
I also would like how some of the smaller fandoms would sometimes like band together to vote for things for each other. You know, like the team, the friendly team up stuff. Like that was always charming.
It was always nice.
Like, oh, we're a small fandom. Check out this other small fandom, and they haven't gotten a win, so let's get them a win. You know, like those types of.
I always like that energy, the nice, positive, get along energy. We were all wearing our get along shirts anytime ONF had a comeback. You know what I mean? And we just had a good time. We had it. I really like ONF. Like, I'm not like, you know, I don't know anything about them personally, but I like their music. Anything I listen to, I tend to really like. So. That's on February 18th. Boop.
We've got a debut on February 24th. Hearts to Hearts. And also February 24th,
my boys.
Zero Base One.
My boys.
So
ZB1 back again. I like it. I like the name Hearts to Hearts. Good debut in February. Very topical. If I was them, I would have debuted them on the 14th, but that's just me.
Right.
There were also a bazillion comebacks there.
There was
but I get it. Like
good for them. They get to go see like Zero Base One in the hallway. So
hell yeah.
Have fun, girls.
And just like last month, Zero Base One was the last one. So it was the last one on my list. So that is, that's that. And I gotta change it to this. We remove this. There we go. Please like, and as always, we are technically, I guess, YouTubers, if that's a thing we can consider ourselves. We put all of our episodes on YouTube, so and we live stream here exclusively. So not because like YouTube pays us or anything, we're just too lazy to stream anywhere else because we have everything set up here already. So yeah, like and subscribe. Tell your friends to listen to our podcast. You know, we're good. We're fun. We're good crack. We're positive. We love stuff. We don't go around bashing everything. We have a good time. Listen, I'm very proud of the 6 years of content we've put out.
Yeah.
Some of the earlier episodes maybe less so because like they're pretty rough. But like once we figured out what we were doing.
The themes were good.
Those themes were good. It's just technically speaking, we were still figuring out what we were doing. Hell yeah. Always. That's the gays, isekai murders, and Chungha are always something to look forward to, Joy. And always something that we do look forward to. Anyway, we hope that you have a fantastic week. We will have an episode on Monday. I don't know why I thought about that so long.
We thought really hard about
always Monday. It's always Monday. I don't know why I had to think about that at all. So anyway, we'll see you very soon. We got probably some more live streams next month because we do have live streams every month. So and episodes every Monday. So we'll talk to you soon. We hope you have a fantastic night or day because I know time zones and all that. Anyway.
Bye.
Bye.